Suits me. Fly safe. Damn it.
Where are we looking?
Split screen. Don't everyone give us any information. It's John Toll's fault. John Toll's fault. It's John Toll's fault.
Oh, yeah? I'm sorry. I was... he smelled my stuff.
From holding back his own laugh on a Marvel set to making Nick Fury, Captain America, and Thor forget their lines simultaneously, Robert Downey Jr. doesn't just break characters, he breaks entire casts without trying.
I just have this feeling in the sense about please slam the door about us, and I just don't...
Tropic Thunder showed what he does when nobody forgets anything. He just makes it better anyway.
Please come enjoy dog face for dinner.
Here's what happened when he took on something serious and found a way to be funny. Anyway.
And I've also gone up to him at restaurants and I'm like, Mr. Duvall, when I just want to pay money, he's like, what? And then he didn't know who I was. He also said that his favorite movie of mine is Chaplin, even though he hasn't seen it.
That's a great line.
But that's what you get to do.
That's a great line.
The press tour went differently because RDJ made sure of it.
About your first meeting with Robert.
Yes. He came over and introduced himself and left, and I didn't know who he was.
And before I left, I always said, I have to go over and pay my respects to this great American actor. I have to. And I'd be like, Mr. Vaughn, and he'd be like, yeah.
Tell me your favorite Urge moment. We're going deep on this one, and we want to know which clip already got you. Sherlock Holmes gave URJ and Jude Law the same screen. And what happened next is something neither of them fully planned.
We are honored to single out those wizards of technological mastery. Their tireless work and collaborative...
Like the guy who comes up to you when you're about to take a leak and says, I'm sorry, can I just put 60 tracking dots on your face first? That type guy.
Stop it.
All right.
I'm not here to be a part of your game so you get, people coming up to the after party and saying how witty you are and how charming you are.
Or both.
Shut up. It's their moment. If it wasn't for them, your closest association with a superhero would have been in 2001, when you got busted in a cheap hotel with a woman dressed as Batgirl.
Okay, first of all, that cheap hotel room cost $1,250 a night with a corporate discount. Secondly, it was 2000, not 2001, and most importantly, she was dressed as Wonder Woman. And that attention to detail is what has won the respect of all the Academy voters for these fine men and women.
The chemistry was real from day one. The pranks confirmed it.
Where we walk into a room of carnage.
There's all these rubber bodies just strewn around, like obviously fake dummy bodies that are in impossible twisted positions.
Covered in blood and...
Yeah.
And Robert leans over to me and goes, check this out, this would be really funny. And there's a big hand lying there and just stomps on his hand. And an extra cut. Oh, you love it, God!
But then the problem was, the guy goes, well, I can always say that the honor of having my hand stomped by the great Sherlock Holmes. In America, he'd be like, lawsuit. Now, I was fine until I went back by where the monitors were, and Jude and I haven't looked at each other. This just happened, and I'm kind of shocked, and I feel bad, and I said, horrible misjudgment. And I go back, and I look at, and he just looked at me like that, and I couldn't stop laughing for an hour.
While filming Avengers, Chris Hemsworth suddenly forgot his line in the middle of a scene. RDJ has basically been improvising his way through Hollywood since Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. Except this time, he forgot his line, too.
It is what we need. So you're going to leave me here with an omelet on my face again? I'm going to start over. Let's go back to Tony Stark and Steve Rogers were enemies in the films. And apparently the actors found a version of that energy useful
and there's a lot of people here. Can you just all turn around for about a half an hour until I'm back in my body? Excellent question, by the way. What was it?
As they grow the universe, every new person they add to the fray, no one ever is out of place. They always fit right in and feel like they've been there for years.
Speak for yourself.
Shut up.
Here's all I want to say.
Tom Holland has a documented history of accidentally leaking Marvel information, and everyone knew it.
Especially RDJ.
If I die tomorrow, I'm gonna be confused. We'll see.
Excellent question, excellent answer. All right.
I'm telling you, his superpower is parenting. I have never seen anything like it. Well, yeah, Elsa's the greatest.
Samuel L. Jackson has always played Nick Fury with his calm, untouchable energy, and somehow our DJ managed to break him. Anyway.
And what exactly would we be avenging?
Whatever the hell we want.
Every weight you're watching right now, but not subscribed to the channel. Go ahead and smash that subscribe button so we can keep moving.
Hi. Okay, my question is, I feel like I know the answer to this, but who is the biggest diva in the whole cast?
Oh. Why'd she say she feels like she knows?
What answer do you think you know?
Yeah, well, who do you think it is, Kay?
I want to know what she thinks.
Yeah, who do you think?
Robert.
Oh, you think it's Robert?
Get that bitch off the monitor.
Okay, you've been rejected.
At one point, Robert Downey Jr. was officially the #1 star on IMDb. And when he got asked about it during a show full of comedians, you could almost see him calculating the situation in real time.
First of all, can I tell you how annoying it is to actually have friends that are stand-up comedians? You don't know if you're having a conversation with them or if they're trying out material. I am IMDb's #1 star on Earth right now. I'm just here to see if I can destroy my career in 20 minutes.
There's a very specific kind of confidence that only a few celebrities can pull off. RDJ has mastered that skill completely.
Role, what would be the first thing that would go through your head when you would wake up in the morning and say, today I get to be Tony Stark?
I would say, yeah, it's good to be the king, and also heavy is the head that wears the crown, because we were expanding the scope of the story we were telling, and I felt personally responsible for kind of delivering on that promise.
And when the compliment comes from someone like Benedict Cumberbatch, it hits harder.
He's very generous, and he facilitates these great gatherings, and you get a proper lunch break and you eat wonderful food and it's air conditioned and you go, oh, after, you know. His set is lovely and cool as well. I don't think the crew enjoy it as much as the actors in superhero costumes do, but I certainly loved it in that swishy swashy cloak of mine. It's heavy work in the Atlanta heat, but with him in air conditioning, much good.
Emily Blunt has been in Hollywood for years, but the second our DJ showed up, that professionalism disappeared for a moment.
Hey, together, cheer like right.
Can you come back here? Can you come back?
Hey, guys,
Can you guys turn this way? Can you guys turn this? Robert!
Turn this way.
Robert, please come around.
Robert! And together for the PGA round.
At the MTV Movie Awards, after RDJ got on stage to accept his award, something happened that honestly explained his place in the Marvel cast better than any speech ever.
I've squandered, resisted, surrendered, repented, labored, begged for second chances, and literally clawed my way to the top.
The 50-year-old actor left audiences with this advice.
Dream big, work hard, keep your nose clean, be of service, and yes, because you can,
The
define
funny
your
interviews,
generation.
the chaos on set, the endless ad-libs, the way URJ can control an entire room with one sentence. None of it fully makes sense until you remember where he came from.
Actually, I asked Mel to present this award to me for a reason, because when I couldn't get sober, he told me not to give up hope, and he urged me to find my faith. Didn't have to be his or anyone else's as long as it was rooted in forgiveness. And I couldn't get hired, so he cast me in the lead of a movie that was actually developed for him, and he kept a roof over my head, and he kept food on the table. And most importantly, he said that if I accepted responsibility for my wrongdoings, and if I embraced that part of my soul that was ugly, hugging the cactus, he calls it, he said that if I hugged the cactus long enough, I'd become a man of some humility.
At one point, our DJ recorded a message to his younger self, specifically the version of himself that was struggling, lost, and unable to see how his story would eventually turn out.
I've been thinking about this recently. If I could talk back to that 17-year-old who was doing regional theater in Rochester, I would say, guess what? It's gonna go pretty well. It's going to be a lot of ups and downs. I'm not going to tell you the specifics because you get too scared, but it turns out in a good place, and it never will get better than it is right now. So just appreciate where you are.
And the craziest part is that none of those qualities suddenly appeared because of Marvel. He was already that fast already. That's funny.
You know, the journey that Robert Downey Jr. has made, he's the godfather of all this.
How did Robert Downey Jr. become Iron Man?
It was God's will.
That's it, really?
Well, and a pretty good screen test. But I'll really tell you what happened is the same weekend, I did a movie called Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. Jon Favreau did a movie called Zathura. They both tanked, and we were both really hungry to try to do something that would make an impact.
This gentleman was born to play Tony Stark, and the way he looks is exactly the way I pictured him. We are so lucky to have Robert Downey Jr. playing this role. I was born under a lucky star.
Marvel just gave him the biggest room he'd ever been in. He broke that one, too. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and comment below with your favorite URJ moment from the Marvel era. And if there's another actor or behind-the-scenes story you want to see next, let us know down below.